G'day guys and gal. Yes, I know, it's a bit weird to do a top 7 when a top 5 or a top 10 is significantly more conventional. To people that bother, I say eat the biggest bag of dicks. This channel is nothing if not unconventional, and I honestly couldn't keep the list to only 5 without wanting to furiously hurry-curry myself with a plastic spork. This list will also not include Primarchs. Yeah, shut up and listen. Primarchs are overpowered. The shittiest Primarchs, Lorgar, Angron, can easily body literally anyone in the setting other than the Emperor. Like Kharn the Betrayer, who, spoilers alert, is on this list, gets backhanded off a wall by Rogal Dawn like he's an angry little chihuahua. If I put Primarchs on this list, it would literally just be a copy-paste of this video. I will, however, include greater demons on this list as they aren't actually that OP. Before we get started, I always strive to partner up with brands that I think genuinely offer value to you guys. But Majorkill, you did a raid, shout out Timmy! Not now. And technically you did it. Hence today I've partnered up with Wondershare to show you guys the Dr. Phone Toolkit, which is an unbelievably powerful and useful cluster of tools for iOS and Android that involve backing up your data, transferring that data, recovering that data, wiping that data, and just doing a boatload of crap with that data. As a wise man once said,
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
So this is pretty bloody relevant to you. It can even run system repairs on both iOS and Android. Dr. Phone also provides the screen unlock software for iOS, which basically lets you easily unlock locked phones, which is great for situations when you acquire a phone that you don't have the passcode to, or, completely forget your own password. No need for Apple geniuses or hectic hacker skills, just a couple clicks and bam, your previously locked iPhone is locked no longer. To kick it off, Dr. Phone is offering 5 free 1-month licenses to 5 of you lucky guys and gal. Just comment Dr. Phone and your name below, as well as what color underwear you're wearing, and you could score. The underwear part wasn't requested by Wondershare, but I still think you should do it. Thank you Wondershare for sponsoring this video. Today we'll go over the top 7 best duelists in Warhammer 40k. These are the characters that can 1v1 bitches like there's no tomorrow, and even hold off large forces by themselves if needed. Let's get into it. The first dude on this list could easily be number 1 if we just saw more of his feats, Margan Ra. Now Margan is one of the most underrated characters in the setting, probably because his official model looks like an aborted Skeletor. Gee, if only there was a way better model that kinda looks similar but definitely isn't him at all. This dude is so hardcore that he tempered his scythe gun, yes you heard that right, a scythe gun, in the heart of an avatar of Cain, which is the polite way of saying he fucked up a shard of his own god for a laugh. From there he would go on to single-handedly drag his lost craftworld out of the Eye of Terror before taking on an entire Tyranid swarm by himself. He is also the only Phoenix Lord who has never died, which is a massive flex. He's my personal favourite Elder, and I hope to see him more in the lore soon. Yeah, like that will happen. In number 6 we have Abaddon. Now just because someone gets memed on and made fun of doesn't mean they aren't powerful. Abaddon has these awkward moments in the lore, from getting beaten in a melee fight by an old elder Farseer to struggling to beat Marneus Calgar, but at the end of the day, he's still a beast and he has taken out some heavy hitters. Just because GW and Chaos are having a competition to see who can wank him off the hardest doesn't mean his achievements don't count. Firstly, he did kill Sigismund in a duel. Yes, Siggy was old and past his prime, but it wasn't like he was this frail old man. Abaddon also killed a clone of Horus. Now as we know, clones of Primarchs, other than the Fulgrim clone, don't have the Primarch special sauce, so they are a bit shit. But still, the Horus clone was bludgeoning bitches left, right and centre before Abaddon shanked his tits. As I mentioned before, Abby also beat Marneus in a duel. Now that was mostly because he had higher level gear, but considering Marneus has performed the most retardedly overpowered unrealistic feats in the entire setting, like the dude killed an avatar of Cain with a falcon punch, that still counts for something. In saying this though, Abby isn't the best fighter Chaos has, and often cops an ass-whooping from other characters, but he is super well rounded as a fighter and incredibly tough to beat. Onto the spiciest character on this list, in the number 5 spot we have Lelith, champion of the Dark Elder Arena, and oh my god crush me with your thighs and stomp on my cock mummy. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, Lelith. This bitch, and trust me, she's a huge bitch, is fucking awesome. She chooses to fight with no special items, no armor, and pretty rudimentary weapons. Yet she is still not only undefeated in the arena, which is like the Pokemon Championship on steroids, but she's never even suffered a serious wound. She's like if a max level player dropped all their gear and then was able to ruin everyone's shit still. She's killed the best Imperial Fist duelists in the modern era, Hive Tyrants, Custodes, War Bosses, and even my Hymen. Now in recent times, GW has kinda tried to make her less of a ball breaker and more of a female power lifter kind of vibe. Like, it's good that they updated Eldar models and all, but seriously, that wasn't the model that needed updating. Her new art is also a bit what the fuck. Like, now she has an obvious Widow's Peak to rival Vegeta, and her arms are fucking huge. She looks juiced to the gills. Obviously women, especially warrior women, can be buff, but Lelith was known for her agility and ability to dodge shit, not outmuscle. In what universe can a fucking sister of battle even grab her arm, when Lelith can kill a fucking custodian? Getting back on track, Lelith has made it a personal goal of hers to capture and kill Lucius the Eternal, by first removing his armor. I'm a huge fan of this plan because I fucking hate Lucius and his bullshit hacks. I'm not putting Lucius on this list because he doesn't deserve to be on it. Now onto the big man himself, Sigismund, the greatest loyalist duelist the galaxy has ever seen. A man so legit that he was basically told to kill as many Chaos champions as possible during the Siege of Terra, and he did just that. He butchered them like chicken nuggets, and the mad lad even took on Fulgrim and did a solid job of it. Sigismund was described as having this almost supernatural ability to both attack and defend simultaneously in the same strike. No, I don't mean he knew how to fucking parry, I mean that he can block, strike, and parry all in one move. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's Warhammer for ya. Siggy wasn't just a meathead though, the man was a solid commander who made bold as hell plays. After all, he did form the Black Templars, who are the manifestation of weaponized autism. Even at the age of over 1000, when he had his fateful duel with Abaddon, he genuinely should have won. He shoved his gigantic big black sword straight through Abaddon. It was maximum penetration. Anyone else would have died from that, but Abby being Abby was able to disembowel Siggy, and whilst he was hurt really bad, made a full recovery. People are like, Abaddon wasn't empowered by that point. Bruh, are you trying to tell me that the Abaddon that ate a black sword through his sternum all the way to the hilt and survived was vanilla Abaddon? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. In his prime, there was only one Space Marine who could beat Siggy. And that was Kharn the Betrayer, who occupies number 3 on this list. I'm not the biggest fan of Kharn in the current setting. He's OP as shit, and he has no personality beyond screaming and murdering everything. But this list isn't top 7 best personalities or character arcs in 40k, so he is allowed to stay. Before Khorne jizzed all over him and made him a one-man army, Kharn was still a beast. He was able to fight off Angron long enough for Angron to finally respect him, and he's racked up a huge body count. He also beat the shit out of Erebus, which is a huge plus. Despite this, he was far from the best. A random Ultramarine captain was actually able to beat him in a duel, with Kharn only surviving due to his army winning then gangbanging the Ultramarine. However, when his buddy Argul Tal died, Kharn embraced Khorne and became a living weapon. Unlike literally everyone else in real life or 40k, Kharn actually becomes a better fighter when he's angry. He's like the Hulk in that regard. The longer a fight goes, the more powerful Kharn becomes. For example, the Chapter Master of the Dark Angels fought Kharn and actually did a number on him, but he knew that it would only take Kharn a few more minutes of raging to be able to kill him, so he withdrew. Corny Kharn was also able to beat Siggy during the Siege of Terra, which was a bit unexpected. Fortunately, Daddy Dawn bitch slapped Kharn away before he could kill Siggy, but it did show how much of a creature Kharn was. The dude even has an inbuilt kill counter in his helmet, which is currently numbered in the millions. Kharn only uses melee. Imagine killing millions with only melee. The only other character in fiction that can boast something like this is the Doomslayer, who has killed billions of demons. If Kharn were to go up against any other Chaos champion, you might just be able to prepare 2-minute noodles in the time it takes for old mate to claim their skull. But yeah, shocking personality. In the number 2 spot, we have the first and only greater demon on this list, Shalaxi Helbane. Now, once again, I don't like Shalaxi because I reckon she's overpowered for no reason, and was a really lame main antagonist that the Ynnari had to deal with, but she was like super overpowered, like way too overpowered. She was made by Slaanesh to kill other greater demons of the other gods, and boy oh boy does she have a solid kill count. She literally toys with Bloodthirsters of Khorne for fun, and has beaten Skarbrand. Now beating Skarbrand isn't much of a flex, considering everyone and their cat has done it at some point, but you get what I mean. However, all of that is just some jizz in a pond compared to Shalaxi's recent exploits. Basically, Slaanesh lubed her up and told her to go destroy the Ynnari. Shalaxi found the Ynnari and was able to hold off and nearly beat Yvraine, Lelith, a Solitaire, the Viscerarch, the Incarni, and Janzar simultaneously. That's literally the Eldar's best lineup of duelists, and Shalaxi was beating them, like she killed 3 or 4 of them before the Incarni finally put her down. But here's the kicker, that wasn't even Shalaxi, it was a fucking illusion. Shalaxi used some fucking shadow clone jutsu with one of her shadows, only containing a sliver of her power, being able to take on the entire Eldar top tier lineup. What the fuck were you thinking, GW? How to shit on and humiliate the Eldar 101. As nobody really liked this plotline, GW decided to discontinue it, so fortunately we haven't seen any more of full power Shalaxi, but judging by that, she could genuinely fuck up a Primarch. And finally, in our number 1 spot, the Doomslayer of 40k, the Chaos Killer, the guy that is so OP that GW has no clue what to do about him, Kaldor draigo. Now in all honesty, I was tempted to just make this section a compilation of his moments from If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech device.
That is a good looking beard you have there, sir! I too have a beard.
But that would be lazy of me, and whilst I am a lot of things, most of them negative, lazy is not one of them. Kaldor kicked off his career by slaying a hectic demon prince called Kharn. Now Kharn wasn't a fan of being slayed, so he told Draigo he would get him in one of those "I will get you" like villain things before returning to the warp. You know, just like classic villain shit. He would then go on to beat Mortarion in a duel. What? In fairness, he did find Morty's true name, and until then he wasn't doing so hot, but still, huge bra moment. Eventually, he would challenge his nemesis Kharn once again, and whilst he did win, he was dragged into the realms of chaos. For most people, this is instant death. Their soul either instantly ignites or they go insane. If you're able to avoid both these fates, then, well, you're stuck in the realms of chaos and a demon will be around shortly to chow you down. But not our boy Draigo. Draigo went full Doomslayer, killing demons by the thousands, burning Nurgle's garden, destroying Titsnichian fortresses, crushing Bloodthirsters, and giving Slaaneshi sluts blue balls. After a little bit of time, the forces of chaos stopped trying to kill or turn Draigo as they realized it was utterly pointless and impossible. The dude even popped up in the end times for Warhammer Fantasy, which is supposed to be completely impossible, but he did, cause Kaldor motherfucking Draigo. It's said that during the end times of 40k, Draigo will return, which will be the instant end of the end times. Having Draigo is like putting down all 5 pieces of Exodia at one time. Or P. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon is the place to be. For only $1 per month, give you access to a boatload of Warhammer hentai. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the real subscribe button for more overpowered content. Join the Discord for more memes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.